Everyone thinks the markets are safe. They think the economy is growing steadily. They think the system is stable. But the truth is, the cracks are bigger than anyone wants to admit. And if you're not paying attention, the next financial storm could wipe out years of your wealth overnight. You've heard of 2008, but what's coming next one TB like 2008? It will be worsened. It will hit every asset, every market, and every investor, whether you're ready or not. Let's start with the basics. For decades, the United States and much of the world have been running on cheap money. Interest rates were low, money printing was relentless, and debt was piled on top of debt like a skyscraper with no foundation. After every crisis, government said, "Don't worry, we've got this." They printed more money. They lowered rates. And every time markets surged, people got rich, and the illusion of stability was reinforced. But you don't patch a sinking ship by adding more water, you only make it heavier. Now, the math is screaming at us. The ship is about to tip. Look at the numbers. Since 2020, the U.S. money supply has grown by over 40%. The federal debt has soared past $37 trillion and is rising faster than ever. Interest payments alone now eat more than $1 trillion a year, more than the entire U.S. defense budget. Every percentage point increase in rates adds hundreds of billions in new costs. This is not sustainable, not even close. The system is compounding debt faster than income, and when compounding interest rules the game, there's no quick fix. The markets look strong on the surface. The S&P 500 is hitting record highs. Bitcoin is back above $3 trillion in market cap. Gold is at all-time highs. Real estate, up 45% from pre-pandemic levels. People are smiling, thinking they're winning. But look closer. All of this is a bubble. It's not just a housing bubble, not just a tech bubble, an everything bubble. Stocks, crypto, real estate, collectibles, even AI hype, everything is inflated. And when bubbles burst, the fallout isn't polite. It doesn't give you warnings. It doesn't allow gradual adjustments. It explodes, and the only question is, will you survive it? And it's not just about money printing. There's a trap called fiscal dominance. Government spending and debt are so massive that the central bank can act without breaking the system, raise rates. Debt service costs explode. Cut rates, you inflate bubbles even more. Either way, the system is trapped in a loop that will inevitably lead to a reset. Markets move on confidence, and right now, confidence is slipping. Crypto is cooling. Housing is bending under interest rate pressure. Commercial real estate is showing delinquency rates higher than 2008. The signs are all here. So what happens when this bubble bursts? Everything resets. Home values plunge. Retirement accounts lose half their value or more. Hyped sectors like AI or crypto vaporize overnight. Banks may collapse. Credit freezes. Companies fail. Jobs disappear. For most people, it will feel like the end of the world. And unlike 2008, we can't just print our way out of this one. The system is already maxed out. Every trick in the book has been used. There's no more room for stimulus. We're on the edge and time is running out. But here's the key. Collapse is not the end if you're prepared. Wealth doesn't disappear. It just moves from the leveraged and emotional to the liquid and disciplined. When the flood comes, the people who survive and profit will not be the ones trying to predict exact tops and bottoms. They will be the ones with the right strategy, the right positioning, and the right mindset. You can't beat the supercomputers, the hedge funds, or the insiders who can move markets. But you can survive them. And when everyone else panics, you can thrive. So what does that look like? First, diversify like your life depends on it, because it does. Not just across stocks or sectors, but across asset types that don't all move in the same direction. Half your portfolio in growth equities with strong margins and cash flow, a portion in defensive cash and short-term instruments, the rest in inflation, hedges, gold, commodities, or even Bitcoin. Don't over-leverage. Don't chase hype. Liquidity is oxygen, and when everything collapses, the liquid will buy everything else at a discount. That's where real wealth transfers happen. Second, think long-term, but act decisively. Don't get caught in headlines or FOMO. The market doesn't reward perfection. It rewards speed, preparation, and the ability to stay calm when everyone else loses theirs. Build personal rules, stick to them, hedge your positions, and avoid emotional moves. This is how the wealthy survive cycles that wipe out ordinary investors. Timing is impossible. Positioning is everything. Third, understand the math. Compounding interest is the final boss in this economic game. Debt grows faster than revenues. Governments cannot print real prosperity. They can only borrow it from the future, and that future is now here. Every crisis in the last 15 years was temporarily solved by cheap money, but each solution made the system more fragile. We are at the point where growth cannot outpace debt. The only path left is strategic positioning and preparation. No one can avoid the storm entirely, but the right strategy turns danger into opportunity. And finally, recognize that every crisis is also a transfer of wealth. Money flows from the emotional to the disciplined, from the leveraged to the liquid. If you position yourself correctly, this is not a catastrophe, it is a massive opportunity. You cannot control when the collapse comes. You cannot control how high the debt spiral goes. But you can control your preparation, your liquidity, your mindset, and your strategy. That is how you turn uncertainty into advantage. That is how you not only survive, but thrive when the system resets. Here's the cold truth. No one is going to warn you. The government, the banks, the media, they have no incentive to prepare the average person for what's coming. You are responsible for your own financial survival, and the window is closing. Every day the debt grows, interest compounds, and confidence erodes. The moment disbelief spreads, the system will reset in ways most people cannot imagine. That is not fear. That is math. So take action now. Build your portfolio around uncorrelated, resilient assets. Keep liquidity ready to capitalize on opportunities. Avoid emotional investing. Understand that timing is almost impossible, but preparation is fully within your control. When the storm hits, it won't wait for anyone. You either survive or you get left behind. If you want to stay one step ahead of the market, if you want to understand how to protect yourself and grow wealth in a collapsing system, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is Finance Glow, where we cut through the noise, expose the math, and help you build wealth, no matter what the system does.
Ow.
Don't just watch the market learn to thrive when it resets, because one day, the reset will come. And when it does, only the prepared will profit. Are you ready?